All right, 6 o'clock. I'd like to bring the meeting to order. Thank you all very much for coming tonight. I would invite you to stand with me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so no Michael? Yeah. Any, did you call in or?
Yeah, he's sick.
All right, so I think I would need, do need a vote to excuse Michael. So I'd entertain a motion.
I'd move to excuse council member Johnson from today's meeting.
Second. A first and a second. Well, I believe Lucy got in with the second for Johanna. First and second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Public comment. I do have 2 people on the sign up sheet, so we'll start at the top. Keep your comments to 3 minutes if you could. Mary.
Oh, I can. Thank you, Mayor. Mary Rapar Stevenson, a couple of things. Affordable housing. We're not going to have affordable housing in this community unless our elected officials in the county and in the cities change policies. The market is not going to say, oh, hey, we need affordable housing. Let's make the prices go down. Our community is, people are being priced out of housing here in our community. And unless we change housing policies, which means when things are being built, we also demanded that affordable housing be built with any development. It's not going to be by magic. It's going to be hard work. Again, it's time to start thinking about those policies. When your community can't have affordable housing, the people who actually make your community what it is and what makes other people want to live here, the community values and what they like about the community, those people have to move out in a way. And so you lose your quality of life here and your community identity too. And those are things we need to start thinking about. It's going to be hard work, but we can do it. The other thing is there's a new group, Save the Grange. We don't have a lot of public spaces in our community, and now the Rock Creek Center Hegewald card has even been diminished more. The public health has taken over almost half of the meeting space that was available there. The old Grange building, yes, it is falling down, but there's money available to rehab it, and we can have a community center. It's 4,000 square feet. It had a stage and a commercial kitchen, and the county owns it, but where there's a group forming, Save the Grange, that will, try to, work on rehabbing that building and making it a community space available to the entire community. Thank you.
Alright. Sam, make sure you introduce yourself for the record.
Sam Peasted Stevenson. I just want to thank the road department for all the work they've done to clear the sides of the roads. I know Lyman Loop was a disaster and that's cleaned up and you can actually walk on the sidewalk again. And I've seen the crews out doing other sidewalk areas along the side of the road, so thank you very much. I think the city looks much better.
As we get more rainy weather and we can actually run mowers a bit more, so we'll be more on it as well.
Thank you.
Anybody else? All righty, I guess we're going to proceed for now. All right, consent agenda. I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I would move that we approve consent agenda, excuse me.
Second.
First and a second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. We see, so we just have the sheriff's report in the packet. Okay,
Mayor, are you gonna introduce the persons?
Oh, yeah. yes, Jane Borden has joined staff. She'll be working in the finance department. Welcome, Jane. Wes,
Oh, are we doing the sheriff's?
it looks like it's just gonna be in the packet. I don't see him.
Okay.
See Tracy running soon.
All right. So the first order of business for council business is the budget planning calendar. So the budget planning season is finally upon us, and so we are getting that started. And so what was included in your package is the proposed calendar. And included in it are all of the state deadlines and the mandated requirements, as well as the public hearings that will be available for public comment and input. And also the final adoption of the budget. I would like to invite the counselors, if they have any concerns with the calendar, to please let me know and we can make some adjustments as needed.
Do you know, what date you're looking at for the October early, special meeting?
Yes,
Just getting ready to say that.
yeah, so this is something we wanted to discuss with you all because I believe we will have couple staff members out. So we're looking at the first week of October. If that works for the majority.
First week of October for
So that would be,
For the special meeting?
Yes,
Yeah.
for the special meeting.
the first full week,
no,
No,
so like the first or second.
yeah, so.
or,
sorry,
or the end of September there, because we have the last couple of days of September.
Yeah, the week of September 29th to the.
That week works best for me. After that, there's the next couple of weeks are bad, but
Okay,
that Monday through Thursday especially, but probably could make the whole week work. Any
Monday
day.
and Tuesday will be there. So what day of the week are we looking at?
So far, we're zeroing in Monday and Tuesday.
29th, 27th, or 13th.
No, it would be the last 2 days of September,
29th and 30th.
Yeah, I'm out of town, so
that whole week.
Is there any days that are better?
Monday through Thursday, I'm out of town.
Okay,
But the whole following week, I'm wide open.
Cody is out of town for 2 weeks, right? Are you out on the 6th? Yeah, that's your first day off.
The following week, I'll just be where I won't have cell service, so that's why, but I'm just one, so.
How long of a meeting are we talking?
I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure, but I would suppose at least.
At least an hour.
An hour or two.
Oh, and then 13th is Columbus Day.
I'm back after the 13th.
I'm assuming our regular meeting's on the 16th, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, 13th is okay for me.
Yeah.
Or you said after the 13th?
Yeah, after the 13th.
So it looks like we're
because
getting close to the 14th and 15th, so it'd be the day before. What do we have on our calendar as far as what we're gonna have ready for the meet? Can we get it in?
Could you do it on the 14th and then have our regular council meeting on the 16th?
Does that mess up on time as far as budget prep work goes? I mean, or would it be
No,
okay?
No, I think that's fine here. Sorry, let me, I'll bring it just to ensure. Yeah, that's no problem. Oh, and I'm sorry, I think I just spotted a mistake, is that on the calendar, it lists the October council meeting as the 23rd. I believe that's not
No,
correct.
that was the 16th.
The
Yeah, it
16th,
is the
Yeah,
16th.
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
So what are we looking at, the 14th?
yes.
And that doesn't cause a problem with the staff as far as,
Well, I believe Cody, you'd still be off.
I'll be all.
But, you know,
but he'll bring a report, or you'll have a report. from
Yeah.
him.
right. So the 14th works, you know, on our end, if it works for you all.
Okay.
Can you?
You'll send it out.
You'll send out the.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you.
6 o'clock.
Yes.
Cody, engineering standards.
Yes, we've gone through the engineering standards. Tim Shell came last week and talked about it and, kind of talked through the options of adopting them through a motion. And you agreed that that would be the route we would like to go. So at this point, we are just looking for a motion to approve the ordinance 2025-1231 for the engineering standards.
I would make that. Are you ready for?
Go for it.
And make a motion to approve ordinance 2025-1231, setting engineering standards for the city public works department.
I'll second.
First and second, any discussions?
Just real quick, I wanted to thank you, Cody, for all the work on this. I think it's a lot of information. I just had one quick question. Do we have any projects that currently in the works that might be affected by any substantive changes in any standards?
No, that's a great question. And first off, Carolyn and Tim and them did a tremendous amount of labor and kind of help get it over the finish line. We really appreciate it. As far as projects, we do have some going on, but there wasn't necessarily a ton of changes that were made. A lot of it was just visibility and bringing some stuff up to more 2025. There was a lot of standards from 1989, 2008 era. And so just bringing in, adding more material that you could use. A different type of T or saddles when you connect to a sewer line. It shouldn't affect anything that's in place.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Alrighty, so who is gonna do gonna tee us up for the special water leak adjustment?
I know that, Michael is, I'm
Yes.
here to discuss. I don't know if you'd like to start, or we could start with whichever you prefer.
I'm happy to go either way, but I mean, tell me where the council's at and I can maybe fill in the blanks with some more information.
So let's start with the staff report.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll speak to the public works side. So in early February on the 1st, we experienced a water break on Lower Bell Road. That didn't deplete the system of water. Water was still in the system, but we did have to shut off some valves to isolate it to make the repair. Later in that month, the Olson's residents experienced some pump failure. And they reported that they were having a water issue on March 27th to us. Our city staff put a work order in for our field crew to go check for the no water. A couple hours later, our field crew made it up to go check the meter, but as they were approaching the meter, they noticed that beyond the meter, touched to the side, there is a pump house that was overflowing with water, indicating that there was a line break somewhere inside or pump failure or break, I'm not sure. So they did shut off the water. They let Miss Lecky know what was going on. I think they showed her some photos and said that since this is after the meter, this is going to be on the customer side. Let us know when you need your water back on, if you need any other assistance at this time. And that's largely what I know from the public works side, there was a substantial amount of water. It is a pretty good sized pump house and it was pouring water out of it. And I think it went for a while. Imagine we'll get some more details of how long, but potentially a couple months, month and a half that it was possibly doing this, so. It would have increased a substantial amount of water. And the other thing with these water meters, they only spin when there's water going through them. They don't spin with air or purging or anything like that. So if it's spinning, it's detecting that water.
So are you ready to fill in the blanks on the readings? There was an issue with the readings.
Yes, so the amount proposed to be waived is the amount calculated between the start of the leak and the water being shut off. The base rate was taken out of it, but that's the total amount minus the equipment damages that.
So,
needs to
but
be
there's
waived.
more to it than that. So the readings didn't get uploaded correctly.
Yeah, so, yes, thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't know what you were referring to, but yes, so the readings for February were not uploaded correctly because at the time our utilities clerk was out on maternal leave. And so that, record, the first indication of it, of the 12,000 or so dollars, was not caught at first, but then subsequently was for March.
So the way this process works is that the crew goes out and gets the readings and I guess uploads it to a file. And then that file is supposed to be dragged to the utility portion of the software. The temp that we had in here didn't grasp, didn't understand, pushed so what happened is that the readings from the previous month went through. So there was no, oh my gosh, what's happening
Right.
up there. So then it was the next month when the readings went through. So after a full month of lots of water, that's when everyone's eyes did the cartoon. This, whoa,
I
right?
think what penned it was, actually the lefties calling and saying, hey, we can hear our pump running, but we're not having water. Yeah, it wasn't our reports that necessarily seen it, but it was on the 27th. They called and said, hey, I think we have an issue. Will you check?
So tort claim replaced the pump, correct?
Sorry, what?
Was there a tort claim filed?
We've spoken, my wife has spoken with the city's insurance and they are going through the process. We don't have a resolution on it yet.
Okay. So, but that's different than the water.
Okay.
So there's a proposal that has to do with figuring out that there was, because of there was nothing wrong with the meter reading. It's just the way that it was documented or not.
Yes.
So that was our early warning red flag that was missed.
Mhm.
So you want to start over on the proposal? Let's just start with that.
Quick question if I can.
Yeah.
And what has the city stipulated to? As far as responsibility for?
So that's where the decision moves over to you all, because the water was delivered to the customer up into the meter, and then past that was the leak. And so part of the detection of it would have been the large amount on the March reading from February, but that didn't happen. But all the water was technically on the customer side of it. So there's the determination that technically the water did go through the meter and did get read.
Have we stipulated the fact that the pump failed because it went dry because of the line bleed?
I can certainly address some of these things if you'd like me to.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Sure. One question I do have, Cody, probably for you, when we get usage on our bill, that number, is that measured in cubic square feet?
Cubic square.
Okay, so, yeah, so what happened, thank you for giving me the time, is that we'd actually had a new pump installed way back in August of last year, 2024. Our bills from the city have been fine. There was the line break. I thought it was around the 4th of February. You said the 1st. That sounds about right. And at some point, we were not apparently, from what matters, Sun 7, they came out, but they told us, and we confirmed talking today, that at some point it was running dry, it overheated, and that burned out wires, burned out the pump, and also very likely created a weakness in the hose. It's about I don't know, maybe an inch or so hose. I can show you a picture of it that went to the pump itself. And he said it's likely that then when the water came back on or something else happened, that is what caused that to burst. It's got a little hole about a half inch. You can have a photograph if you'd like to see it. I guess my concern with what you said so far is that you're saying that the water actually came out on our side and there was no problem with the meter. It's funny that Mr. Bickel next to me, because he's our neighbor right next to there on Ridgecrest. And that amount of water that was cited in the usage is approximately 1.66 million gallons. And the 3 reservoirs that feed the city hold less than 1 million. And I'm finding it hard to believe that, yes, there was some leak, but we would have noticed 1.7 million gallons of water going into the environment. And so something is incorrect there to begin with. I don't know how the water gets to the city to get here, but it seems to me, unless there's something I'm really missing, it would have really been hard to loose that much water into the environment. So I guess I'm disputing the fact that all that water actually was leaked. There was some leak clearly because there was a sign of some leakage. When they came to fix it, fairly quickly afterwards, there was wet, there was some dampness, but there was no major erosion, and none of our neighbors that we've talked to have reported any kind of flooding in the area. So,
Question.
that part I think is worth looking into.
Mr. Lee, according to the billing, is that figure actually accurate as far as number of gallons?
Yes, I mean,
I haven't seen the numbers.
The usage number is 223,024 cubic feet, which if my Google math is correct, translates into that. We can certainly double check it. And the following one was 334,741. So we're looking at a total of about, 226,000 cubic square feet, which is quite a bit.
Mr. Mayor, I have a question.
Yes.
What does the staff say about the causal relationship between the previous work and when I would call it a new pump, went bad? Does the staff agree that there might be a causal relationship, or does the staff dispute that there wasn't, that there was?
That's kind of been left up to our insurance. We haven't had much say in that because it was filed to a tort.
Yeah, but they're not gonna cover the water.
No, but as far as the pump issue, yeah.
And they have not ruled, but he indicated that he thought that the pump would probably be covered under the insurance. I think the only issue was in question is since we've had problems before with it pumping dry, and that's the last pump burned out because there was another incident and it burned dry. We actually installed then a tank reservoir between the city water and our pump that will shut the pump off to prevent that happening. I think what they're questioning is that safety system something that they would cover or not.
And that safety system isn't before us today, it's just the water usage.
Just the water
Are you
usage.
satisfied with that not being before us, or what?
Well, it depends. If they decide to cover it, I would be satisfied with it not being for you. If they decide not to cover it, I may want to bring that forward as well.
And then I'm almost in here. What I'm thinking is we missed it on the reading. There's probably, from what I'm hearing, there's probably a causal relationship. So, I mean, I'm just letting you know where I'm going, unless I hear other information that we should cover all the water and then let the insurance company and those figure it out, but not tie hands if there's a secondary claim. Because I don't think, because that could be unfair. We could sort that out later. But I wouldn't want to say that this is final if there's some secondary claim that could come later that might be legitimate. So that's where I'm going so far with just my one thought and vote.
So we are arrived at an accurate figure for the amount of water that needs to be reimbursed.
yes, as far as I've been told about the reading, that there was no problem with the actual reading of the meter, and the meter itself was fine.
Okay, so I'm assuming that figures, because it's different than the 12,000 that was.
Yes, we have a different figure. I'm not sure where the the figure in on the agenda comes from, I think it's 11,000 something. We looked at, I can certainly give you the records of our normal water usage, but it is closer to, well, for the two bills we got, and we did some math, it's closer to exactly the $14,000. We can certainly provide information, but it's within a matter of a couple of $100 either way, from 14,000, not 11,000 that we've been billed, because the total billings that were the big ones that were abnormal were 12,069.63 and 1,923.99. So, now probably there is some normal water usage in there that would come out. It averages about $65-70 a month.
Realize our incremental cost for the city is gonna be a lot lower than that because we pay just our operating cost to get the water there. So,
I'm just.
So,
No, no. Go ahead.
Cody, a question. Why is there a pump required on their property when the city water is going through the city meter? At what, 60-70 PSI?
Well, just, it depends. So for this particular place, and
I can address that too if you like.
no, I can handle it. I was just gonna ask you, when it was built?
It was built in 1991.
1991, so 30 some years ago. Where their water meter comes in, it's probably only 50 to 100 feet below our high level reservoir. So you're only building 2.3 PSI per 100 foot. So you're sitting maybe 40-50 PSI right there. And to be able to pump the 150 feet up to their residence, that would be something they would have to do. We don't have a water line that goes all the way to their house. Their water line cross countries.
Are they within the city limits?
They,
When my father-in-law built the home, they built it. That's where they brought the water to, and so he had to install the pump, run a line approximately 178 feet to the house to get water. And it actually goes into a bit of a cistern there and then pumps throughout the house, so we have water pressure.
So you do have a holding tank between the pump and the fixtures.
Yes, we do.
this one.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
that,
Well, we at that point as well, though. The new holding tank is down before the
Oh, got
pump.
it.
The second,
I'm
the
with you.
original ones are after the pump in the home in the basement.
so that could be another mitigating factor, or another factor on why the water shortage could have been missed, because how big of a holding tank are we talking about?
2,000 gallons.
Yeah, so it kind of probably delayed the red flag a little bit.
Yeah, it would.
I would,
Not so polite question, but is the city asserting any negligence at all?
No.
Okay, so my way of thinking is there's no reason why we shouldn't be making every effort to make them whole on this.
I would be prepared to make a motion that we make them whole minus. And that they work this out with the city, and if there's any issue, come back, but I think the city and them could work out the exact amount to make them whole. Cause it'd just be a math problem to estimate what they typically would have used and then make them whole to that amount. And I put the motion that way, sorry, it's so,
Just make it long.
just in case the figure we have in front of us is off. It can be fixed.
We can work outside of this to make sure it's accurate.
So that'd be my motion, sorry, you have to clean it up, every second it's gotta clean that up.
Make them whole on the water at this point.
Yeah, okay.
I'll make that motion. If you
Or did you make, so we're looking for a second.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, first and second, any further discussion? All fair say aye. Okay, you do have some informational items in your packet as well as staff reports. I would entertain a motion to approve the vouchers.
I'll second.
The first and a second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Right.
You want to hear an aye from you, Pat?
No, I'm opposed.
Okay. That, any reports for the greater good?
Just to let you know that we had, city council got an invitation from, One Prevention Alliance. I know I saw Lucy there the other day too, but go ahead. Karen Douglas is the coordinator for this program. And there are a number of organizations that support this program. Because they're informative, and in case for those of you that are not familiar with One Prevention Alliance, the thrust of their program is just education and facilities and services for prevention of alcohol and drug abuse. And it's a community organization. That was a very informative meeting, and I know Lucy was there too, right? Wanted to report that out.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, anything that the council would like staff to focus some attention on so that we can talk about it at the next meeting?
With the budget stuff coming up, can we look at anything with housing
It's on the
next
list.
year?
Yep, we're gonna talk about that. Yep, absolutely. All right, this is an opportunity for additional public comment for anything that has already been discussed.
Can I ask 2 questions?
Go for it.
First one, so my understanding
Well,
is
okay,
that-
it's comment, so careful with the questions.
all right, my comment is I understand that, you close the matter and you're gonna make us whole in the matter, we'll work with someone, you let us know who to resolve the actual financial amount. Okay, and then my other comment is I assumed that if there is a dispute between what the insurance eventually decides to do about the actual pump itself and what we would claim, that we should come back to the city council and do with that claim. Okay,
That's my understanding.
those are my commented things, Mr. Mayor.
Mary?
And thank you very much, appreciate it.
No? All right. Well, it's one of the shortest. I would adjourn the meeting at 6:30. Oh, 19 seconds is the record.
It wasn't that the last one?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yep, I can put that up for you.
That's your shortest.
That I can recall, yeah.